Hey guys, it's Danny here. I am back with my new Tornado Tevo, or Tevo Tornado. I don't know why I always say that backwards. I think it's just a habit. But yeah, I got it calibrated up pretty good. I didn't want you guys to see. It's kind of stressful to calibrate that, so but I really all I did was level the bed up. For some reason, on this printer, I do not have a prepare in my firmware, my Marlin firmware. I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't understand. It don't have a prepare or any of that stuff, so I need to go in, because even in my owner's manual it says it has a prepare and it's not showing up. So I'm gonna have to go in my firmware maybe and do an update or whatever. I had to wait on a adapter. Now, if you order one of these, this is a good printer. I mean, I can't even hear it. I'm running my Ender 3 and it's loud, but I'm running the Tevo Tornado and you can barely hear it. Every once in a while you'll hear a just where the robot itself is moving, but other than that, you don't hear nothing. I mean, this thing is quiet. I got it on a small table out here in my little workshop, but I'm gonna build a bigger table tomorrow, so it'll be up like the Ender 3. It'll be sitting up in the air. But yeah, I'm printing my clips for my spool holder, and that's another thing. Some things that you guys want to think about getting if you're gonna buy the Tornado Tevo or Tevo Tornado, whatever, is a spool holder. You definitely need a spool holder. Now, I made one. The base on my Ender 3 took about 17 hours to make, and whatever you do, do not lower your infill, because this thing is flimsy. I lowered my infill down to like 15% and it's super flimsy, so I definitely would not lower my infill. I'd keep it up at 20, maybe even bump it up to 30. And it'll take about 17 hours to make that base. Now, the spool holder, it made in about 6 hours. And then right now I'm making the clip for it too, so it's on there. If you can see it, it's making the clip. And then I'm just running a calibration test on the Tevo Tornado, so it should be done here shortly. I feel like this is going to be a very good printer from everything I watched. I mean, I watched review after review after review. I watched Shep. I watched one of the guys from Australia. I watched Maker's Music. I watched them all to figure out what was the best large scale, large build volume printer, because and the whole time I was leaning toward the Anycubic Cryon or the what else was I? Oh, I was looking at the Artillery Sidewinder, and something told me that Tevo Tornado, and them guys kept saying, even RC Life, all of them, they kept saying how good a printer this was. Yes, it has flaws. They all have flaws. Every printer you can get is going to have a flaw. My Ender 3 has a lot of flaws. Like usually my first print fails right out of the gate, and I have to keep redoing it or recalibrating or whatever. So, yeah, definitely but for buck, the Tevo Tornado is an amazing printer. I mean, sound-wise, you guys can hear. Listen, you barely can hear it. Now, if you get up here by this one, I mean, you can definitely hear the sound difference in it. And the cooling fans are running on both of them. So, I mean, it's a very quiet printer. And I mean, I think I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna start looking for an enclosed printer now, something that I can do part replication with, because like I wanted to do those rigid parts. I like to do a lot of parts because I do construction, and there's a lot of different parts that'll help me, floor grates and stuff. So that's what I like. So I think what I'm gonna do is buy one that has like a laser scanner inside of it. I know the XYZ and I think Dremel and them have laser scanners. I'm not positive on the Dremel, but I'm pretty sure that XYZ does, because that's what it's listed with. Because if you look on Amazon for a laser scanner, it's just I use too many parts, and I can make them on Tinkercad, but it'd be much easier to have that laser scanner with me making parts like I do. And then, you know, with the laser scanner, once I get the code, I can put them on all of them. It'd be running them on all of them, and it'd be nice. But yeah, I think that'll be my next move. I'm gonna try to talk to GearBest and see about getting a what they got, or discounted price, or do a review video on one of them. But you know, one thing I've been noticing is there's no hardly new content for the 3D printing world. Most guys, like the other day, Angus put out one. I watched it. Shep put out one, but most guys aren't putting out the 3D printing content. And I know I'm not the only one that just now getting into 3D printing, or it didn't just get to Ohio. So I mean, I feel like we need some new content out there, and some fresh, you know, skin in the game. And so anybody that's wanting to get 3D printers or get into it, it's a good idea. And like I was watching Angus yesterday, he said people say that, oh, you only tinker. My family loves it. Like they're always asking me to make stuff. They're always thinking of stuff for me to make, you know. And that was part of the reason I bought the Tornado, is because I can use it to make parts, and use the Ender to just as an everyday printer, because it's so reliable. I mean, you can flip it on and it takes off. So, but yes, the Tornado Tevo, the Tevo Tornado, it is a nice machine. I mean, it's calibrating right now. Like I said, I'm gonna get down to the bottom of that firmware problem, and it's probably nothing. It's probably just it needs a factory put the SD card in and let it go. But all right, guys, well, that's Danny and Simple Man Designs just checking in today, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.